When the organization was started in March of 1921, Lexington was still a small town. But this was 1921, so we were coming out of the Spanish flu epidemic that hit in 1918. We were recovering as a country, and perforce Kentucky was as well, from the aftermath of World War I. And Lexington had a collection of at least 22 charities, each of them competing for money. And in fundraising, you all tend to go to the same pot. And it was decided that it would be better if it were a coordinated fundraising on a community basis than separately.
So collective impact is when our community gets together and works together for a common goal. The analogy I like to use oftentimes is getting folks rowing their oars in the same direction. It helps us get to a destination quicker, more efficiently, and ultimately more impactful.
Central Kentucky was very fragmented. You drove past cattle farms and tobacco fields to get to the neighboring communities, and it was not a real good road system, and 2 lanes. So today, the capacity of the United Way to serve multiple communities is a function of what Tom Friedman calls the earth flattening. You don't have a hill that you have to climb over to see the next community. It has become flat and easier to communicate and easier to coordinate. And one of the continued great strengths of the United Way is the ability to bring efficiencies into both the fundraising and the supply of services and in-kind products and things that the partner agencies need.
We're a 10-county organization serving the counties of Anderson, Bourbon, Clark, Fayette, Franklin, Jessamine, Scott, Montgomery, Madison, and Woodford counties. And across that area, many of our neighbors share the same problems, but oftentimes they also share the same goals. So having an organization, a regional philanthropy like United Way, bringing together the community to solve these common root cause issues allows us to really harness the amazing intellectual capital and resources across the entire region to really bring these resources to bear in solving these problems. The mission of United Way of the Bluegrass is to fight for the financial stability, education, and basic needs of every person in our community. United Way of the Bluegrass puts that mission into action by serving as the convener, catalyst, and collaborator for action in our community by getting together some of the most impactful nonprofit organizations, businesses, community partners, and public sector partners, all towards advancing the common good.
There are a number of similarities today to 100 years ago. The most obvious, of course, is that 1922, we were just coming out of the Spanish flu pandemic. Today, we are hopefully near the end of the COVID virus pandemic. You know, the United Way is always going to be here. It was here, it is here, it's going to be here because the needs don't disappear. The needs of the communities will continue, and so the reason the United Way exists will continue.
So United Way of the Bluegrass is about to launch a new strategic initiative that we titled Waypoint Centers. And Waypoint Centers, as the name would denote when thinking about a map, a waypoint is a place. It's a place between 2 major locations along someone's route. It's not your destination that you're going to, but it's a place where you can stop, oftentimes collect yourself, gather resources that you need for your trip. These Waypoint Centers will serve similarly as a resource in our communities. Waypoint Centers are going to be, in short, a one-stop shop where an adult, a family, a student can stop in to get resources, whether it's pertaining to education, whether it's pertaining to mentorship, or just even mental and physical health. My goal is to have people think about United Way of the Bluegrass, not only when times are challenging, but also to think about United Way when times are great. United we fight, and united we will win. We're ready for the next 100 years.